Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Let's go and check out 10 WWE wrestlers who had one single world title opportunity and failed.
WWE wrestlers who only had one single world title opportunity and failed. Number 11, Neville. If a wrestler comes out of a WWE title match with fans wanting them to get a rematch, then everyone involved has done a stellar job. This was the case with Neville, who in 2015 had his first and only singles match for the WWE title on Raw. Neville would face Seth Rollins and the match received universal praise. The match even featured an insanely close 2 count as Neville and Rollins delivered a near fall that fans will never forget. Unfortunately, they never saw Neville as a main eventer, but this match did highlight that Neville had every in-ring tool to deliver at this level, and WWE should have at least kept Neville in a prominent role following this highly celebrated television matchup. Number 10, Zack Ryder. Now, it may come as a surprise to learn that former WWE star Zack Ryder only had one singles match for the WWE title during his entire career. Ryder was a name that was extremely popular in the early 2010s, so it did come as a surprise that Ryder only received one opportunity at WWE's top prize. That match took place on Raw and it saw Ryder challenge then WWE champion Sheamus. The match would be a total squash, with Ryder losing in a matter of seconds thanks to a brogue kick. Whilst the match could have acted as a great showcase for Ryder, unfortunately this isn't what WWE had in mind, as Ryder looked like a complete afterthought. Number 9, Goldberg. In the summer of 1999, Triple H defended his WWE title on SmackDown against none other than Goldberg. The Attitude Era was a wild time, and world title matches on free television would be commonplace. Surprisingly, the reigning light heavyweight champion at the time managed to get a small amount of offense on the game, but even still, Triple H had no difficulty in defeating Goldberg. Number 8, Spike Dudley. During JBL's reign of dominance on SmackDown, he was prone to defending the title against lower card talent. This was the case when he defended the title against Spike Dudley in July of 2004. Nobody expected Dudley to win, and everyone was expecting the match to be a squash. However, Dudley managed to get some offense in on JBL, and it was fantastic to see JBL sell for Dudley, as after all, he was a former European champion. JBL would end up getting the win, and this actually acted as a fantastic precursor for Dudley's heel turn that would come in the following weeks. As he always did, Dudley did an excellent job in what WWE booked him to do, and it was a testament to Dudley's abilities that he was able to hang with JBL in the ring and get the fans invested, despite there being little to no doubt on the outcome of the match. Number 7, Crash Holly. Crash Holly technically had 2 opportunities at the WWE title in the space of 7 days. However, due to one of them being on Sunday Night Heat and not on the 2 primary WWE shows, it's worth mentioning Holly's attempts to become WWE champion. Both times Holly would face Kurt Angle, and in the match on Raw, Holly had to face Angle with his arm tied behind his back. This match was notable because minutes into the match, Holly's arm became loose, so it turned into a standard match. Holly was incredible in the Raw match as fans came alive for his hope spots. Holly was without a doubt one of the most underrated babyface of the respective era, and he's definitely a name that should have been given more opportunities in WWE. Number 6, Eric Bischoff. In 2005, WWE attempted to recapture the magic of Stone Cold vs Vince McMahon by having their top star John Cena feud with Raw General Manager Eric Bischoff. This was a booking trend that WWE just couldn't resist, as they believed that a babyface versus power-hungry authority figure was always going to be a recipe for success. While Cena vs Bischoff wasn't an awful feud, it did lead to some unique and exciting moments. It just didn't hit the same, and the heel Bischoff character began to dominate screen time. The interesting thing about the feud is that Bischoff challenged Cena for the WWE title on the Raw Homecoming show. The match would be an ODQ match, and while Cena came out on top, the match was arguably the highlight of their entire story arc. Number 5, the Fabulous Mooer. The Fabulous Mooer had her one and only opportunity to become WWE champion in 2002. In one of the weirdest matches of all time, they would book Mooer to face Big Show on SmackDown, and unsurprisingly, the match never got going as Brock Lesnar would interfere. Booking this match was a wild call. Presumably, the logic of the match was to further the feud between Big Show and Lesnar and give Mooer a cheap pop in her hometown. Number 4, Farouk. Farouk, during his WWE tenure, only had one WWE title opportunity that was televised, and it took place on a major pay-per-view event. At the 1997 King of the Ring, Farouk challenged the then WWE champion The Undertaker, and the match would even be in the main event slot of the show. This was a weird main event, as whilst Farouk was somewhat over thanks to his involvement in the Nation of Domination faction, there weren't any calls to see him main event pay-per-views, and there was definitely no demand to see him challenge for the WWE title, particularly in a post-WrestleMania 13 WWE. Number 3, Shawn Waltman. Shawn Waltman portrayed two distinct characters during his WWE runs, and both characters each received singles matches for the richest prize in the company. As a 1-2-3 kid, Waltman faced Bret Hart on Raw in '94 in an absolute classic, and the match was so good that some fans even cite it as the match of his entire career. But as X-Pac, he would face The Rock on Raw in 1998, and once again, he would be unsuccessful in his attempts to become champion. Interestingly, WWE would also book this exact match for the UK exclusive pay-per-view known as Capital Carnage. Due to the event basically being disguised as a house show on pay-per-view, a lot of fans don't consider the pay-per-view canon, which is ultimately hard to disagree with. Number 2. Brian Kendrick. Now, with a bold yet welcomed attempt to push new talent, the WWE title scramble match at the 2008 Unforgiven pay-per-view featured 4 names that had never won the WWE title. The names involved included reigning WWE Champion Triple H, Jeff Hardy, MVP, Shelton Benjamin, and the Brian Kendrick. In an era where the same names were pushed over and over again, it was great to finally see some new blood compete for the title. One of the more surprising names in the match was Kendrick, who ascended into the main event picture of the space in just a few weeks. Now, the crazy thing about Kendrick's involvement was that he actually won the WWE title in the match, but due to the rules of the scramble match, it doesn't get classed as an official reign. Kendrick's WWE push would come to an end in the weeks after the pay-per-view match, which was disappointing as Kendrick was a fun character that could have easily been inserted into the mid-card scene in the hunt for either the US or the Intercontinental title. But before we go into number 1, here's an honorable mention, the 1992 and 2016 Royal Rumble. Now, to date, 2 Royal Rumble matches have been for the WWE title, and this has been the only time that certain wrestlers have had the opportunity to compete for the prestigious gold. The first time this occurred was in 1992 when WWE delivered a bell-to-bell masterclass of a Rumble match, and although the match was eventually won by Ric Flair, the match managed to make numerous stars look incredible. The match featured names such as the Warlord, Skinner, Repo Man, and Jerry Saggs, all who were names that were not prone to receiving WWE title opportunities. But in 2016, Roman Reigns would be forced to defend the title in the annual matchup, and this time Triple H would make a surprise return to WWE programming to win his final ever WWE Championship. The match included names such as Tyler Breeze, Eric Rowan, and Curtis Axel. All of these names were talented, but they weren't names that fans ever expected to receive singles matches for the WWE or World title. There have also been battle royals for the top prize in WWE over the years, yet this video will solely focus on featured matches. The match has to be a match where the specific wrestler was billed as one of the stars of the match, so Rumble matches or battle royals unfortunately don't apply on this occasion. And number 1, Stephanie McMahon. Imagine a world in which Stephanie McMahon became WWE Champion, while she had a one-time only opportunity in 2002. On Raw in that year, McMahon would take on Chris Jericho and Triple H in a triple threat showdown for the title. McMahon would even state that she's going to walk out of the match as WWE Champion, which would have resulted in one of the most shocking moments in WWE history. Unfortunately for McMahon, she was unsuccessful, as Triple H would pin her following a spinebuster. This would also act as McMahon's final appearance on TV for some time, as the next time she appeared on screen was as a babyface act when she would debut as a SmackDown general manager. But who should have been champion? Who should have won that one match? Let us know in the comments down below.
I feel like her being a heel and Hunter being a heel as well, like, works so good. But of course, those are back in the days. They're too old now. They can't do any of that anymore. Yeah, this is not fair though. Mentioning her, she's not even a wrestler. That's so sad. Like, of course she doesn't get it. It makes no sense that she would get it. How? You know, it would literally shit on every athlete that is actually working their ass off in the ring and performing. She is entertainer. She's an entertainer. She's a good actress, and good for WWE. And she was that. Like, that was her role. She wasn't an actual wrestler in the ring. But yeah, it doesn't matter. It was a good video. Thanks so much for watching. See you. Bye.